Hello, hello. Welcome in, welcome in. We got Tiger Muskie and M in the house. Come on in. Welcome, welcome. It is Wednesday night, 8:30. I've got an action-packed live stream for you guys tonight. Actually, no, I don't. But anyway, that's the way we're going to roll it. That's the way we are going to roll it. As if it were action-packed, because you guys wouldn't know the difference anyway. You don't know what I got planned. I got big plans for tonight. Ha! Yeah, right. Anywho. We've got Backbone Outdoors is in the house. Welcome in, welcome in. I'm seeing Brandon's Outdoors Adventures. Howdy. Off the Hook Outdoors is in the house. Welcome in, welcome in. Raven Cat Homestead. Cecilia, welcome in. Hello, hello, welcome in. Come on in. It is Wednesday night. I hope everyone's doing well, having a good week. It's a short week for me. I had Monday off. So we had a lot of weather come in. We had about 4 inches of snow, and it warmed up a little bit today, but I think the bottom's going to fall out. The winter has arrived. I think tomorrow is going to be a high of like 19. That is cold. Very cold. Daddy Duck 365. Matt is in the house. How you doing, bud? Hey, Charlie, Ugly Dog Lures. You snuck in. I didn't see you. 18 inches. Holy moly. You must get that lake effect snow up that way, Brandon. Has a lot of snow, man. That is a lot to deal with right there, boy. Whew. Yeah, I hope you got some cold weather gear there, Ted, because it is going to be it's going to be frigid, man. But they got to eat, that'll get them to move. They got to eat when it's cold like that. So that could be good for you. MB Heritage Farms, welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. I hope you're dug out from any snow that you got over that way in PA. I got, I put the theme as the outdoor shows. You got the boat and RV shows. You've got fishing shows that are going on. You got deer and turkey expos that happen this time of year. I don't know if you guys enjoy going to those, if that's a big part of what you do this time of year. It is something to do. I mean, I'm not big on ice fishing. Winter fishing is usually just not very good, whether it's through the ice or not. And that's here in Ohio, central Ohio. If you go up north, those folks in Minnesota and Wisconsin, that's a 2-3 months out of the year thing for them. Around here, it's 2 or 3 2 or 3 weeks, it's just not really worth pursuing. Yeah, these new battery powered heated clothing are all the rage. I'm not gotten into any of that yet, but I think I'll have to invest in some here in the future. We got Coyote Whackers in the house. Welcome in, welcome in. It's great to have you. Tiger Muskie and M. Oh, that reminds me, I've got a banner I should be running. I don't know. I should have updated it, but I know some of these folks might have probably already hit it. Ugly Dog Lures has hit their 1,000. Congratulations to them, to Chuck and them. Bar Run Forge has hit their 1,000. So congratulations to them. I saw that earlier yesterday or today. Oh, you were just at an RV show? Cool. Very cool. Yeah, we just keep plugging away. I've been poking around a whole lot online here in the last few days, 3-4 days. Really trying to learn better editing processes, and then also looking at a lot of other channels, bigger channels, and kind of their editing process and workflow. I really kind of want to try to improve my video editing. I think that can help me take it to the next level. I don't know if you paid a whole lot of attention, but my 2 most recent videos, and this doesn't count live streams, because live streams I just use my laptop gear. My 2 most recent videos, one of them, they were both shot with my new camera. And one of them, I used the camera's internal mic, and then the other one I used a microphone. And I noticed a stark difference in the sound quality. So I probably will play around more with that. I don't know if I'm going to invest in a different microphone. The one I've got, it's just a lapel. It's a corded lapel microphone. I don't love it, but it definitely was a lot better than the camera's in-house microphone. My camera has, between the electronics image stabilization and the continuous autofocus, it's got like little motors in there that are just constantly grinding out noise. Thank you, Cecilia. Thank you. I really, really appreciate that. And feel free to share links for anyone, especially like a Tiger Muskie and them. Maybe even Chuck's. We want to make sure he stays up above that 1,000 threshold, that sort of thing. But you are welcome to share those as you see fit. Yeah. And I don't think it would take much. I think a vest, and then you're going to put some insulated jacket over top of it, and you're going to try to keep that heat locked in. I think that would be fine. And the socks would probably be a dream come true, because that was always my biggest problem this time of year, especially being up in a tree stand. If there's any wind at all, the wind could be 6, 8, 10 mile an hour, which is not real bad, but it just blows the cold through you, especially your feet. You can have the most insulated wool socks you got, but over time, you just don't have enough heat in your feet to maintain that heat after 2 hours, 2.5 hours or so. Hey, Coffee Outdoors in the house. Thanks for stopping in. Hitting that thumbs up. I appreciate that. Hope you're having a good night. So yeah, I've gotten away from the late season deer hunting. I just haven't. I suppose if I had a lease that I knew had good numbers, I'd be more inclined, but I don't know. Hey, we got Daniel, Backwoods Barbarian is in the house. Welcome in, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. I suppose it's cold up your way, boy. Yeah, the late season, to sit out in a tree for 2-3 hours, it's just not going to be my cup of tea. Now, if I was a little bit closer to Northwest Ohio, I'd probably be making the trip up to Chick Happens Homestead because he's got those box blinds, and I think he's even one or two of them. He's got a propane heater in them. So, man, that'd be the deal right there. Slip right on into a box blind and wait till the evening comes around. But I don't think I'm going to get up there this. There he is. Speaking of Chick Happens Homestead and old CJ, there he comes rolling in. Perfect timing. I don't think I'm going to work it into my schedule with work, kids, everything else. But it's a remote possibility at this stage. I don't know that. Let's see. Yeah, it's not looking good. I got my kiddos next weekend. This weekend, I because speaking of the shows and the expos and that sort of thing, I do have the Ohio Muskie show this weekend, and I have been on the fence, but I really think I'm gonna commit and go to it. I think I'm going to commit and go to it. There's two prominent guides that are going to be speaking on Saturday, and I really want to. I really want to hear them speak. So I think they'll be worth the price of admission. And then I'll poke around and see if I can find some deals on some lures. I just think it'd be a good idea to get out and go to that. I'll probably wear my gear, get a little bit of exposure for the channel. But as I was stating earlier, I've been watching some other YouTubers, some other creators. I've been trying to kind of learn and get better at my editing process, add to my editing process, improve my my sound quality. So, hopefully I can kind of take it to the next level. I'm actually looking more long term. I feel good about where I'm at and that I am going to eventually hit that magical 1,000 threshold, but I'm kind of looking beyond that. That's a short-term goal. My long-term goal is, to double that, to get to 2,000, then to get to 5,000, then to get to 10,000, and then to get to wherever it'll take me. I don't know. But I've been poking around with this for quite a while. And I think in the beginning when I started out, my mindset was I'll go fishing, I'll turn an action camera on, and it'll capture the action. All I got to do is chop out all the dead space and throw it in a video, and we'll call it done. And I'm learning that there's a lot more to it. And I'll tell you, he's in here now. Shit happens. CJ kind of helped push me along. I knew a lot of these things about changing the the camera angle or cutting the scene. You don't want a scene to just be constant for 30, 40 seconds, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. You want to create a scene break or a scene change, but I just wasn't putting it into practice. And he kind of pushed me into it and said, do this, do that, do this, do that, and then throw it all together and you're going to have a good video. And he was right. He's absolutely right. He's really pushed me to do better. And now I'm kind of trying to learn more and pick up more B-roll ideas and kind of take it even further. We got Derek McDivitt in the house. Welcome in. Welcome in. It's great to have you. Oh, yeah, you went to your expo up there in Michigan. Nice. Nice. Very cool. Very cool. The new camera, I love it. I absolutely love it. It's light years ahead of what I've used in the past. I'm still in the learning curve. I feel like I have a fairly solid grasp of it as a camera, shooting photographs and stuff. But the video stuff is a little bit tricky. I'm still trying to figure that out. Sunfish Assassin is in the house. Welcome in. Welcome in. So I love it. It's got a big 1-inch sensor. It has a ton of capability. The zoom is really, really good. It's fantastic. The settings, the technology that's built into it does have stabilization. Yeah, it's a great camera. It's a fantastic camera. I'm really happy with it. There's no buyer's remorse there at all. I don't know. In a way, I probably could have gone a little bit cheaper route, or I probably could have gone Sony, because Sony and Canon, they're kind of the marquee brands in photography, but I'm happy. I like it. I think it's going to do great. That's part of what I was talking about too. Not only improving my editing, but that camera it instantly sharpens and improves my footage. I don't know if I could put a numeric value on it, but it's better. You know what I mean? It's just a better, sharper picture out of that camera. So, and then if I could take my editing to the next level, sky's the limit. Yes, Tiger Muskie NM, you're absolutely right. There's a lot of good channels in here, and I thank each and every one of you for jumping in and chiming in and joining me on this Wednesday night. Man, my throat is just kicking me. Matt and his fried apple pie. Of course you had to get a fried apple pie. So yeah, I'm really, really excited. I'll don some of my gear and go off to the Muskie show this weekend and check that out. There's guys that I've met at that event in the past, so I'm sure I'll get to see some people that I haven't talked to in a couple of years and just talk muskie fishing. That's it. I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be a good time. I was a little bit weary that my favorite bait vendors aren't going to be there. Bait makers, custom lure builders, and they did increase the price, but I think it's still going to be worth it. So I'm excited to go to that. I don't think it's going to be super crowded. That probably helps. I don't know. That's the one drawback to these show type things is you don't want to be packed in there like sardines where it's, elbow to elbow and it's hard to move through and hard to check things out. Speaking of speaking of that, Cecilia, I know recently you weren't feeling well. I do hope that you're much better, feeling much better. And yes, thanks for the reminder to folks to hit that thumbs up. That's fantastic. I don't know. Oh, he wasn't. He was asking for people to update him on that. That's right. So, yeah, I'm going to go to the muskie fishing show this weekend. I think we have in about 3 weeks, there's the Ohio Fishing Expo. That's not just muskies, that's all fishing related stuff. I've been to that in the past. I probably won't. I probably won't go to that. And Ohio does have a deer and turkey expo event that usually takes place in March, first or second weekend in March. I don't see myself making it to that. Yeah, our they used to coordinate ours so it was at the fairgrounds in one of the buildings, and then one of the other buildings they would have the Ohio Cattlemen's Association event. So you'd have all these farmers that were in the area for that. They tried to always coincide those two events. So yeah, it was ridiculously crowded. I don't know if it's still like that, but okay, that's good. That's good, Cecilia. That's good. I'm glad you're maybe feeling a little bit better. Yes, you did hear muskies. So I'll be the two guys that I'm anxious to hear speak. I'll mention them. The one is a guide out of West Virginia. His name is Chase Gibson. And this young man had never, that I'm aware of, the way I understood it, he had never fished in Ohio, and he had never set foot anywhere near West Branch Lake up in Northeast Ohio until he came this past summer. He decided to fish a tournament that was going on for that weekend. It was a Saturday, Sunday tournament. I want to say it was put on by the Ohio Husky Muskie Club. This young man won that tournament with 8 muskies across the 2 days. So that's awesome. I can't remember if Road Rules is going to be in this area or not. I know they've come through Ohio. They've had a stop in Ohio in the past, but I don't know if they're on the calendar for this year. But Chase Gibson is one I'm anxious to hear his talk and maybe ask him some questions about that event. And then the other one I'm really anxious to hear talk is Greg Thomas. He's a well-known guide. He has guided for probably a couple decades down on Cave Run Lake in Kentucky. He has also guided up in Minnesota, and I think that's where he's still spending his summers now. He goes up to Minnesota. So yeah, I'm anxious to hear those guys speak. Greg Thomas, one of the really cool things about him as a muskie fisherman, as a guide, he's really good at either method, trolling or casting. He's fantastic at both. And in the world of muskie fishing, a lot of guys some are a one-trick pony. All they know is casting, or all they know is trolling. Some are stronger at one and weaker at the other. Most are stronger at one and weaker at the other. But Greg Thomas, he really shines at both. He can bust them out casting. He can bust them out trolling. Me personally, I'm certainly stronger at the trolling than I am the casting, but I've caught them both ways. Cranking and Yanking is in the house. Welcome in. Last night, no. Oh yeah, Daniel, thanks for stopping in. Sorry, getting caught up on the chat there. So yeah, I don't know. I think it's a big part of it is time of year and depth. But I haven't done a lot of jigging, and I think that's where these guys are catching these fish when they're deep. I have always trolled when the fish are deeper because the casting curve, your bait starts at the surface, it goes down, and then it comes back up. I always felt like it's not in that depth zone very long. But these guys, they might be chunking they might be vertical jigging with the Bondi bait. I have no idea. I'm anxious to hear Chase talk about his tournament experience there at West Branch, because for a guy that had never seen the lake to show up and win the tournament with 8 fish was pretty impressive. Yeah, no, I only do a live on Wednesday nights. I don't do it a whole lot. Oh, did you fish with Greg at Cave Run? Ted, that's cool. Hey, Charlie, that's good to hear about the wife there, that she is doing well. That's promising news for sure. We certainly will all keep her in our thoughts and prayers, all of you, really. But hope that she continues on the mend for sure. So yeah, it's hopefully I'll learn something. I don't have any Bondies. I've never fished with them. I might have to pick some up at the show. We'll see if Chase is really talking them up. I do plan on picking up rubber's going to be my focus. I'm probably going to pick up a couple of mini Medusas. I might pick up a regular size Medusa. I have a hard time chunking down 25, 26 plus for soft plastic, but I might have to bite the bullet and do it. So the Muskie show is probably going to be my only show this year, this season, this winter season. I haven't been to a boat and RV show for a long time, but it's always really cool to go to those. Just really cool to see the new stuff that they've got, some of the newer technology that they build into boats and campers and stuff. Oh yeah, Chuck, I might have to get over there tomorrow and try to check that out. My Thursday nights are busy with running the kids around, but if I can jump on, I probably will and check you guys out. See, one of my problems, I'll openly admit this, is I subscribe to everybody, but I don't do notifications. So a lot of times I don't know when people are going live or scheduling their stuff. So I just happen to catch it on the homepage or whatever. If I see people I know are live, then I'll jump on. But that's about all I got for the shows. Does anybody else? Chuck, do you guys ever take your lures to any kind of a show, vendor shows, or maybe if it wasn't a fishing show, just some type of a retailer event? Yeah, everything was canceled last year. All the time. Very cool. Very cool. Hey, Greg. Thanks for popping in. Welcome in. Welcome in. It's Wednesday night. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. Hope folks are staying safe for the most part. I know there's a lot going around. Does make it tough. So yeah, I've got I don't have much on my schedule for my videos that I put up on Fridays, which lately has been Saturday or Sunday, but my video for this week is ready to go, so it'll probably roll out Friday morning. I did a highlights video, so it's kind of a recap of all my best catches from 2021. It's it's got the deer hunt in there, and it's got some hiking footage in there. But I tried to kind of edit it all. It's a blended little highlights 2021. Just call it a highlights reel, I guess. Greg, that's Chuck. I have trouble with names too. I think I called Heath John about 7 times, and he's from Frontier Survival. I swear I called him John like 7 times, like at different live streams or whatever, different chats. Every time I'd greet him as John, and he'd correct me every time. That's not my name. I was getting him confused with someone. Someone by the name of John, apparently. Greg's going to be ice fishing in the morning. Sweet. Are you targeting anything specific, or are you just hoping for panfish to put a little bit of a yank in the ice rod? Old fogey. I haven't been posting anybody's comments. That's not like me. That's cool. You're going ice fishing. I haven't done a lot of that recently. I did it a lot in the past, but it's not my favorite thing. It's super unsettling to me when it's cold out and the water is making more ice, whether it's a pond or a lake or whatever. But I could be sitting on 12 inches of ice and know that it's super safe, but the sound of that water freezing sounds exactly like ice breaking. So it's just so unnerving. And I've never really had much success through the ice. I've caught bluegills, but outside of that, just really never. Oh, nice. That's cool, Greg. Going after crappies and walleye. Cool. Yeah, I'll admit to that too. The older I get, the less interested I am in being cold. um, the ideal situation for me to go ice fishing, um, I'll tell you what it is, and that, you know, I don't mean to be a moocher or nothing, but if somebody else had a shanty and a flasher and some of the more sophisticated gear, and they said, "Hey, Kyle, you got any ice rods? You can come ice fishing with us." I said, "Sure, I got a couple of rods. I'll reline the reels. I'll see you Saturday." But I'm not going to go and invest in that stuff. I mean, our ice season here in Central Ohio, it's 3 weeks long in a good year. that's a really good year where we had a really good hard freeze for 3 weeks, and you had safe ice for about 3 weeks. And I sure wouldn't want to fish first ice or last ice because that's danger zone. And I mean, it's not worth the risk for a few fish to get out there on unsafe ice. So the folks up in Canada or Minnesota or Wisconsin, I think those people, that's fine. You know, their season is 2 months, 3 months, whatever. Like Daniel and Rachel living in them men outdoors, they're in the ice castle. They got a Winnebago out there, man. That would be my kind of ice fishing. And it's not over after a week and a half, 2 weeks. I'm telling you right now, we here in Central Ohio are just now getting safe ice. We're past first ice. We'll call everything before today first ice. So tomorrow, I mean, it's going to be single digits tonight, I think. High of 19 tomorrow. So we're safe. We'll call it safe ice from here until the next 2 weeks. I looked at the extended forecast, and it looks pretty rock on for 2 weeks. And then after that, what are we going to get? It only takes 2 days of 40, 45 degrees, and then things get dicey. You guys got 6 inches over that way? Yeah, that's pretty good. The best I heard was 3. On Buckeye Lake, there was 3 inches of ice. And over the weekend, I heard that Indian Lake over to the west had 3 to 4 inches, depending on where you went. So that's fishable, but I call that first ice. I wouldn't want anything to do with first ice. John, small water charters, welcome in, welcome in. Heck yeah. We'll blame Greg. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you can leave them here either. I mean, I don't know. You sure wouldn't want to do it up at Lake Erie because if the ice breakers run through the channel and you get a little bit of a breeze, then your iceberg is being blown up toward Canada. It all rolls downhill, huh, John? John, you been crappie fishing? Or are you getting to the point where you're ready to turn your attention to the bass again? I don't. You guys down there in Florida probably don't do fishing shows, do you? To promote your charter business, would you go to a fishing expo or whatever? You're chasing both of them, huh? Oh my goodness, you're a show, all right. Oh my goodness. Don't they have any boat shows down there? They get a bunch of vendors, a bunch of charter heads like you show up and promote their business. And I use that charterhead as a term of endearment. My uncle was a charter boat captain up at Lake Erie, and I first mated for him several years, so I'm allowed. Gotcha. Oh yeah, John is good people. Are you taking her outside? No. I didn't figure you were. I'll take her out here shortly. Has anybody ever gone to a fishing show or a deer and turkey expo and found some amazing deal? I've heard people say you can find good discounts or good deals, and I think that's a maybe sometimes. I remember years and years ago, because God, I bet I've owned it for 20 years now. My climbing tree stand. It is a lone wolf climbing tree stand, and I bought it at the Ohio Deer and Turkey Expo probably 20 years ago. Why are you doing this? Because you want cheese. Yeah, I would imagine they'd have a boat show or two. Best lure, is that for John or for me? Because I'm a multi-species angler. I got all kinds of lures that I fish. I fished the little tube jigs for crappie. I've kind of gotten away from the tubes and more into the little micro shad style baits. Craigslist kind of money. Well, I mean, I would never buy a brand new boat, but it's cool to poke around and see the technology, the new stuff that they come out with, and all that fun stuff. Oh, birthday weekend at Ugly Dog Lures. Cool. Cool. Well, happy birthday. Is it to Chuck or to Melissa? Who's having a birthday? Or is it the birthday of their business? I don't know. So I mentioned my favorite bait for crappies, the little micro minnow baits. Almost look like a bug, more so than anything else. Yeah, Mardi Gras is fun. My favorite bait for bass is probably a spinner bait. I just love fishing spinner baits, especially in creeks and rivers. They don't get snagged too much, and creeks and rivers just have snags everywhere. Just pitch and wind, pitch and wind. What else? For muskie, I will say, since most of my muskie fishing is trolling, I'll say my favorite bait is the Rapala Super Shad Rat. Or a Baker Shad, one of those two. Favorite bait for catfish, probably shad. I'll throw a cast net and catch some fresh shad. Use that for bait. Walleye. Favorite bait is probably a bandit crankbait. I've used worm harnesses too. Either way. Oh, cool. Yeah, I got one of his baits at a giveaway when we had the when Freezer Bound Outdoors hosted the YouTube Creators Rendezvous last May, which they're going to have a second annual YouTube Creators Rendezvous this May too. So I'm definitely going to try to get over to that because that was a ton of fun. I'd like to get over there on Friday night. Last year I showed up Saturday afternoon and we did camp and spend the night, but it'd be neat to arrive on Friday and see the Friday night festivities as well. So if I could make it 2 nights camping trip over there, that'd be really, really cool. I don't know, maybe even take my kayak and do a float down the Clarion River. A bruiser's thingamajig. Is it a swim bait? A bruiser's baits. Something or other. Chuck likes crankbaits, rattle traps, and jerk baits. Treble hooks, and more treble hooks. I'm just, for walleyes and muskies, I'm okay with treble hooks. Otherwise, I really would rather not. But My favorite bait for saw guy is a swim bait, a lead head and a simple lead head and a swim bait. If I'm being even more specific, I'll say a Big Joshy swim bait. But I also like Berkeley flicker shads too. What are you gonna do? I know a lot of people that I shouldn't say a lot. I know some people that really like the suspending jerk baits for those saw guy. For the life of me, I cannot catch a saw guy on a suspending jerk bait. I think I've caught one in my lifetime on a jerk bait. I just can't. I don't have the touch for that. Saw guy, fish a swim bait. John loves to mock me when I'm talking saw guy. Lindia, welcome in, welcome in. The big jerk, the bruiser's big jerk. I think that's what it's called. Is that the swim bait? Or is that more of a yeah, they're calling that their swim bait. I know Kitech has a big following. A lot of people talk about the Kitech swim baits. Oh my goodness, John, you crazy. I'm gonna have to put Lindy's comment up there because I sure can't put your comment up there. Super swimmer is the swim bait, but Lindy likes the big jerk. I might have to order some of those and check them out. I'd like to get into a bigger swim bait for muskies that isn't going to break the bank and isn't going to be a crazy, stupid muskie swim bait. For example, what's the name of the company? There's a bait company called Muskie Innovations, and they make a swim bait, but I think the small one is 10 inches and the other one is 12 inches. And they're like $23 and $26 respectively, or something like that. Yeah, I've got a mini Medusa, and I'm going to get at least one more mini Medusa and probably a regular mini Medusa, and probably a regular Medusa. But anyway, I want to get a swim bait that is designed that I would fish for muskies, but I don't want it to be $25, and I don't want it to be 10 inches. I want it to be about 6.5 to 8. That's what I want in a musky swim bait. I might have to make my own. I don't know. Chuck is speaking highly of the old bruiser baits. John sharing the love, passing out bruiser baits. I'm going to have to join his live streams a little bit more often on Friday nights and talk about how bad I want to catch a muskie on a bruiser bait. Get him to send me one. That's good advice, Lindia. That is really good advice. I hope I'm not freezing up. I see the little Wi-Fi icon it's bouncing on me a little bit, but I think I'm all right. Nobody has mentioned me freezing up in the chat. So hopefully I'm good to go. Oh, right on, John. Right on. What would, like I was saying, it'd be cool to test those out on muskie if they've got a bigger size one. Maybe instead of multiple, just send me one. If they got a 5 or a 6 incher, like I said, I've been trying to find one that is. It doesn't have to be great big. If it was just 5 inches or 6 inches, something you would be targeting 6, 8, 9-pound bass with. Yeah, it would probably work for our muskies. There's the teenager. That's 2 thumbs up right there, John. 2 thumbs up. No, you're not going to mock me. Come on now. Everyone, this is Ava.
Don't feed it after midnight.
The Gigantor. I love the sound of that. I think that would just sound awesome on a video to catch a muskie on a swim bait and hold it up and say, I caught this on the Bruiser Baits Gigantor. Greg. Hi, kid. Yeah, that's perfect. Anything, I mean, ideal would be 6 to 8, but I think a 9-incher, I'd probably throw that around and see what we could do with that. Because the thing of it is, the muskies in our reservoirs here in Ohio, the overwhelming majority of their diet, their food base is shad. And our shad predominantly run 5 to 9 inches. We don't have a bunch of 12-inch shad. I'm not saying you'll never find a 12-inch shad in our reservoirs. I'm just saying the overwhelming majority of them are 5 to 9 inches. Yeah, 5 to 8, really. You guys are just amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. I'm going to have to put small water charters on the Tigger. They'll be on the banner every time from here on out. I promise you that. Cecilia, if you want to drop our link, that'd be fantastic. I imagine everybody in here's probably got you, but because you guys are great folks. You join all the live streams, you make it a lot of fun. Yeah. Good night, Off the Hook Outdoors. Thanks for popping in. Yeah, I think I made you a moderator at one point in time. Either way. Either way. It's all good. So next week on my live, whatever lures I pick up this weekend, I'll certainly share those. I'll show you what I ended up getting. I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna come away with at least 3, 4, 5 lures. Drop some money on that stuff. I just hope I don't get any duds. 2020, I ordered, I didn't go to a show or nothing, but I ordered a couple of custom lures from a bait maker here in Ohio, and they don't run. Well, I mean, they run at slow speeds. They run just fine at 3 miles per hour, but most of my musky trolling is 3.5 to 4.5, and they don't stay down. They blow out of the water. So, all right. Well, I've rambled on for an hour, and I think it's about time to get the dog out. So, John, I will definitely shoot you and Lindy an email, let you know, and I promise you I appreciate that. I appreciate that 100-fold, and I will get those baits in the water. We'll see what we can do, and promote them to the 100th degree if we can get them to snap. That's all I got. Talking fishing shows and deer shows and all that fun stuff. But look for my highlight reel coming out Friday morning. It's good. It's short video. It's I think it's 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes, something like that. It's not very long. It'd be real easy to make it to the end of that one. My watch retention needs to be 100% on that one, folks. All right. As always, thank you for watching. I really, really appreciate each and every one of you coming in on Wednesday night, hanging out with me for a while and making it fun. Thanks, and have a good week.